my name is Leila.
And I'm Susan.
And in this video, we're going to help you understand the IELTS test format. The IELTS exam has 4 parts: listening, reading, writing, and speaking.
So let's start with the listening. So the listening test is divided into 4 sections. The first section is the easiest one. That's an intermediate level. And it's usually a daily social interaction or a conversation. So it could be sat in a doctor's office or a shop or a reception, something like that. And section 2 is more difficult, upper intermediate level. It's also daily social interaction or media. So it could be a conversation, for example, an interview where one person speaks more than the other, or a monologue, like a news report, or maybe a tourist guide giving you a tour, something like that. Section 3, it's more advanced, and this is more academic as well. Usually a conversation in a university, and it involves 2 or more students, or maybe a student and a supervisor or lecturer or tutor. And it could be about a project or a presentation or a dissertation, so something academic. Section 4 is a lecture. This is the most difficult one. It's proficiency, the level, and is always academic, the context. So it could be in any subject, could be about geography or biology or architecture, any academic subject. This listening test will last about 40 minutes, and you will also have 10 minutes at the end to transfer your answers to your answer sheet. So don't worry about doing that during the tasks. You will have time after to do it.
Now to the reading part of the test. So the reading part is divided into 3 reading passages. There will be 40 questions in total. Passage 1 will have 13 questions, passage 2, 13 questions, and passage 3, 14 questions. You'll have a time limit of 1 hour to complete the reading part of the test. So you should spend around 20 minutes for each passage. And this time limit includes the time you need to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. So important to remember that. No extra time for that. And the 3 reading passages themselves don't change in difficulty, but the questions do. So they get gradually more difficult. So for example, passage number 3 will have more difficult questions than passage number 1. And here are some ideas of strategies to help you in the reading part of the test. If your English level is at intermediate or upper intermediate, it might be better for you to focus on passages 1 and 2. And if you're running out of time and you need to guess some of the questions, you can do that on passage number 3. And that's because you're more likely to get the questions in passages 1 and 2 correctly and get points from them than from passage number 3, which is more advanced. Now, if your English level is advanced or above, it is better to answer the questions in passages 1 and 2 as quickly as possible so that you have more time to focus on passage number 3, as the questions there will be more difficult. So this will allow you to get a higher mark in the test.
All right, so now let's go to writing. So the writing part of the test is divided into 2 tasks. So you have writing task 1 and writing task 2, but you have 1 hour in total to do both. You will receive a specific answer sheet to write each answer. So you have writing task 1 answer sheet and writing task 2 answer sheet. Don't mix them up. There will also be a space for drafting. So you can take notes or write some things that anything that you like, and that won't count. It won't affect your grade. And the writing task 2 is longer than the writing task 1, so it is worth more points. It's about 60% of the mark would be writing task 2, and 40% more or less of the mark for writing task 1. So writing task 1, the time that we recommend for it is around 20 minutes. You need to write at least 150 words. You can write more than that, that's fine, but don't get carried away. You only have about 20 minutes. And the type is a report. It's the idea is that you will be asked to describe some visual information. Could be a chart, a diagram, or something like that, and you are only describing that. You are not giving any extra ideas, no opinions or anything like that, just describing what you see in the image. Now for writing task 2, you have 40 minutes, more or less. 250 words is the minimum. You can write more, but watch the time. The type is essay, and you will read about a point of view, a situation, or a problem, and then be asked to share your opinion about it. So you will be sharing your opinion. You can give examples from your personal experience. That's fine in this task. Not in writing task 1, but in writing task 2, yes, you can share your opinion. Here are some examples. So on the right, you can see writing task 1 with the bar chart. And on the left, a writing task 2 with a situation, and you have to, or an opinion really, and you have to express to what extent you agree or disagree with this opinion.
And just remember that these came out of the IELTS website. They have lots of sample questions for all of the parts of the test, so you can always check that out if you want to see how the test works.
The link is in the description. So these are the types of writing task 1. It could be a bar chart, it could be a pie chart, it could be a line graph, it could be a table, a diagram of a process, or a map. For each of these, you might have to use different vocabulary and different grammar points as well, so you need to prepare for that.
Now for the speaking part of the test, there will be 3 parts to it. Part number 1 is all about personal questions. So the examiner will ask about you, your life, your hometown, your family, etc. Part number 2 will be a monologue, meaning you'll be the only person talking. You will receive a card with a topic for you to talk about, and this card will have points for you to mention in your answer. And you will have 1 minute to make some quick notes and prepare for your monologue. And in part number 3, you'll be asked abstract questions. And these questions are not about you or your personal life. They will be about society in general. And that's it. Thank you for listening. And if you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below. There will be links in the description as well. You can go to the IELTS website for more sample questions to see more examples of the test itself. And gonna say anything else?
Happy learning.
Happy learning. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.